No!
Oh!
That was cool
Like
though.
5 things happening at once.
Oh.
What was that?
Here we go. All right. Get out of here with that. This is how you Falcon punch someone. That's how you do it, boy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the OPC Video Podcast. I'm your host, Drew Pajors, or Drew, the social media director for OPC. So we created this podcast to introduce you to successful gamers who have used various strategies to build personal brands and make profit with them. Please make sure to like and subscribe wherever you enjoy your live streams or podcasts. And today, we are joined by Twitch streamer and YouTuber FerociousSFalcons. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so very much for having me, man. I'm excited to be here, most definitely.
We're certainly excited to have you on here. I'm loving the dabbing. It looks like you're for those who might be just listening, he's hitting some hot zesty dabs, and it's pretty cool.
Cool, okay,
So for those that may not know, what would most people recognize you for?
Oh, okay. So most people will recognize me for my Super Smash Brothers content. We are predominantly a Super Smash Brothers stream, but we are trying to venture off into the variety side. We're just doing anything, and content on YouTube. We do little skits and whatnot. And I would say my viewers mostly think kind of cringy, but they kind of like it. So that's why you saw me hitting the dabs and stuff. It's a little thing, inside joke that we love.
It just adds a lot of depth to the personality of both the channel and you as well. So out of curiosity, how and when did your online content creation begin?
Okay, it began quite a while ago. Well, okay. If we're talking about the beginning, I made some really, really cringy videos as a kid, like super cringe. Like I don't even want to show you guys those videos. That's how cringy they are. But that's like the beginning, like where I began picking up interest in content creation and whatnot. I made like little videos with my friends where we would like make little scenes, like going to the club and whatnot. Like I said, super cringy, never ever gonna show anyone. I showed my viewers one time. It was the biggest forehead moment I've ever done on Twitch. So yeah, I learned from a lot of the past. So I would do things, I would learn, and then I would try something better, like in another thing. And basically, I was working a full-time job like 4 years ago. I had recently got married and working a full-time job, and I used to watch Twitch all the time. I used to watch these were like my idols that I looked up to. There was like 3 people. Void, who is on CLG, and he plays Super Smash Brothers competitively. He also plays a bunch of other games.
Yeah.
Sir Al, you probably don't know who he is, but he was like one of the first Captain Falcon streamers for Super Smash Brothers, and he was like I played Captain Falcon, and there was not many Captain Falcon streamers. So I was like, yo, I love this guy. I used to always pop in his stream and hang out. And there's another guy called Girthquake who plays King DDD.
That's an interesting name right there.
Oh, yeah. Girthquake. Believe me, his name has many meanings. Many meanings. But I actually met Girthquake online randomly, and we were playing, and he kind of inspired me even more to start streaming. So I used to watch those 3 streams on my way to work, on my break, sometimes during work. Please don't do that. It's not a good idea, especially when you're working in a warehouse. But I used to love watching them. I always said to myself, one of these days I want to stream. And it took like a year and a half of planning, because I like to plan things out. So I literally worked my butt off, saved so much money, and just quit. And I had enough money saved up to like last me a year and a half, like my wife and I, a year and a half of not working. And then I just dove into streaming. It was just like, a year and a half of planning. And that is how I got to where I am. And like my idols, it's funny because now I'm streaming, and now they come and they watch me too, and they help me out. They host me, and they do all this other stuff, and it's just a wonderful feeling. I wish Sir Al still streamed, but he doesn't stream anymore. I would literally be supporting him all the way, because he was like one of my first people that I watched. And I mean, Twitch is just a wonderful place, and I can't see myself anywhere else. I mean, content creating, I love content creating in general. It's one of the best things ever. And I just, like, ever since I was a kid, always content creation. I knew I loved entertaining people, whether it's just making them laugh or just teaching them or anything at all. It was just always, I'm gearing towards that area. I mean, now I work at a theater, and I mean, I'm not an actor or anything. I'm just the operations lead. But even then, I kind of stick to the same element. And I went to college for acting, but I did not finish. Will finish. All right, I'll finish.
You'll get there. Not even worry about it.
I'll get there. I mean, I'm using the skills from acting to carry out my content creation, whether I'm live on stream or anything at all. It's just it helps me. That's what I do. Like whenever I learn anything, I just use it towards anything that I'm doing, like people skills or just anything like that.
That's actually really cool that you have like a synonymous career with what like your general interests are. And here at OPC, we love having you on here because we notice you also do YouTube as well as live streaming. What came first? Were you creating videos on YouTube like consistently outside of those first cringy videos, walking into the club and everything? But was it YouTube or live streaming?
It started off with live streaming. We started streaming, and then we had ideas to do like stream highlights for the month. Yeah. And we would take those highlights and we would just kind of mash together, make the funniest moments that happened on Twitch that month, and just put it on YouTube. So technically, yeah, Twitch came first and then YouTube. And we did other things too, like make videos about teaching people how to stream and just because we were actually hitting a lot of, I guess it was like a good wave of just luck or something, but we grew a lot faster than a lot of the streamers that were streaming Super Smash Brothers at the time, and people were very curious. They were like, how are you doing this? What are you doing? And I look up lots of videos on YouTube pertaining to like marketing, not just streaming, but I did look up a lot of how to stream videos too, but marketing and just networking with people. So I just take all of that and just kind of put it all together and did my own thing, and it just really worked.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's really nice to see that you're realizing that streaming, you're kind of building your own brand, whether it's YouTube or streaming, and to kind of have that 200 IQ, to check out marketing outside of just for streaming. It's actually something that a lot of people overlook. Because like I said, this is a brand, and it's nice to see you taking advantage of that by like researching outside of just the typical
exactly
how-to.
Yeah. And not a lot of people know, but I'm on a stream called FerociousFalcons, if you guys don't know, but literally it takes a lot of people to run this stream, even though you only see me and CJ, who's another person that comes on the stream too. Sometimes you see someone named Llama, that's my wife. She just sometimes pops her head in like, hey, what's up? But she wants to start her own thing in the future. But it takes a lot of community to run the stream, and I kind of built it that way on purpose. It is really hard when you are doing everything by yourself. Now, if you have like a community, which you try to build, the flock is what we call our community, the Ferocious Falcon flock, yeah. So we have like, I have a manager, I have a graphics designer, I have someone who mods the Discord, specific people who mod the stream who are like literally community managers. And I mean, we delegate work to people, but like they want to do it. They want to be a part of the community. They want to do more. We have people who scout and go to other Discords and pull people into like our community and stuff. And I mean, that's how we kind of grew so fast.
Now, with having all these people that are like willing to help, that's absolutely incredible. But was there ever like a telltale moment during your streaming career when, you realized that you had an audience, or, when and how did you feel you were able to find this audience for what you stream?
So there was a number of ways that we found audience that include using Reddit. We try to make viral videos, which we've made a couple viral in the sense that you're getting over 1,000 likes. We made a couple of those. That's like the main way. You make like a viral video and people start to see your name and you have your logo down at the bottom, and then maybe you have a separate tweet that says, hey, come check out our stream. um, but the real thing that found our niche, I would have to say, is maybe just going to tournaments, just going and traveling. We do travel a lot to different places. We've been to SmashCon, Frostbite, MomoCon, CEO being the uh, biggest fighting game tournament in Florida, and probably the second biggest in the world. And then we went to Evo, the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. We did that one time. I'll say that we're probably not going to do that again. We just really wanted to go to experience it. But I mean, it was what it was, and we did network a lot. So I say it was worth it, but it was just a lot of money to be in Las Vegas and stuff. But yeah, going to the places, going out, seeing people, making friends, and telling them about what you do. Maybe you go to a tournament and you're playing people, because that's what we do. We play people. They really like your personality. You really hang out with them, and it's like you build a friendship. And it's like, hey, you know what? You could check out our Twitch channel if you like, and we can hang out more. And then they come in and they start telling their friends and whatnot. And we've also done something called Amino, if you know what Amino is.
Sounds extremely familiar.
There's like, it's almost like Discord, but it's not. There is different type of aminos. There's like Super Smash Brothers amino, or M&M amino, or maybe just an amino for every type of thing. Just like in Discord, you can go to different groups. So it's like the same concept, except each amino is like its own Twitter.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. So we went to different Smash aminos, and we were on a big Smash amino. We're known as streamers on there. I haven't been on there in a long time. I probably should go back, but we're known as streamers on there. And the way we got that is we would help the amino do things. So if the amino ever had like a big tournament that they wanted to do, we would be the featured streamer that helps them with that tournament.
Yeah.
So we would just, get to the leaders, ask them if they need any help, maybe streaming their tournament or filming some things for them. And they'd be like, yeah, absolutely. And then they would broadcast it on this, they would post us on the big board with 100,000 people's eyes looking at it. So that was a big way that we grew too, using different platforms, YouTube as well. YouTube being probably the biggest platform to get the most eyes, but you just got to be able to market your video too and make it interesting. Obviously have interesting content, but our number one video on there is how to help streamers grow, how to grow your stream in the fastest way. And like, that video alone is still getting people following our stream to this day. When we took a break from streaming for like 3 months, and that video still got people following our channel. And there's only one video, because I made a follow-up to it, but I guess maybe the title wasn't as clickbaity as the first one. So the first one is still like, everyone's like, they are still getting comments on it now. And the people follow, and then they're like, hey, I saw your YouTube video and I would like help. And I used to help people like all the time. I don't help people as much anymore. They don't really come to me, but they still follow and stuff. But I used to help streamers like get their stream started up and help them with audio and just set up in general.
That's actually,
I remember that.
Pretty fantastic that you're able to, or willing to, put out these videos that aren't just, it's just like your job. It's symbiotic with like what you want to do. You want to help people, and you also want to be able to like further your stream. And with that, what would you say kind of has been the biggest growth inducer for your stream? Would you say it's making the YouTube videos, just going live, or would you say it was, some of the viral tweets or Reddit posts that you had?
I will say being like a consistent streamer, having a schedule where it's like, no matter what, you're going to be here on this day and this time. Everyone knows about it. You're not switching it like crazy. So they're like, oh man, I got to try and fix my schedule to be on yours. Like, no, you have that, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. to blah, blah, blah. That's not my schedule, by the way. But that was just an example. My schedule is only Monday, Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern time to 5 p.m. for right now. I'm
Yeah.
trying to work around my work schedule, but at least it's a consistent. It's not many days, but at least people know where to find me and when to find me. That's extremely important. I'd say that's probably your most important thing, because if people watch you, if they found you at that time, chances are they could watch you again later on that time, if it's not like completely different. But the one thing you said, the one thing that grew me, or the one thing that
The
the
one thing
growth.
that like really just gave you a nice little growth spurt for the channel. Like, was there ever a moment where things kind of spiked? Was it because of a post? Was it because of a host of somebody that you met while you were networking at events?
I would say it was definitely probably the Smash Amino thing.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Smash Amino and really pulling your niche audience. You got to know how to find your niche
Yeah,
audience. So with that Amino, we play Super Smash Brothers. We're on a Smash Brothers Amino. They are doing an event for Super Smash Brothers, and that really pulled like we like the people who came and watched the tournament liked our personalities, and they kind of stuck with us because we played Super Smash Brothers as well. I mean, there's also other things too. Like, I mean, I love K-pop. I'm an avid K-pop listener and anime enthusiast, and just like little niches, people like that who like your personality, you just pull them in, and you become friends. So I would say, yeah, Smash Amino's the one that really reeled them in.
definitely. It's really nice that you were able to find that as well, because with that many people on that amino, it's really cool that you were able to be picked for all of that. Um, and
Yeah, you just got to put yourself out there, man. You got to put yourself out there, let people know what you do, and be willing to help too. People always want to be like, "Hey, can you shout me out? Can you, you know?" They go to like a popular streamer and they're like, "Hey, can you please like shout me out or something?" No, you got to be willing to help people. You got to be willing to put yourself out there and not ask for anything in return. I did something with a top Smash streamer. His name is Nairo, and I really wanted to make a video about his Ganondorf because he like has awesome Ganondorf clips. So I asked for his permission to use his video to make something for him, or just make something in general. It wasn't necessarily for him. It was just
yeah,
I wanted to experiment. He said yes. He gave me some clips, and I made something. He ended up retweeting it, and it made almost 800 likes. So it's stuff like that. And he's really big in the niche community that I have. So if you work with people who are big too, and just giving them things, they might retweet you or they might not, and that can help you grow like a lot.
definitely, definitely. I mean, Nairo,
Mm-hmm.
he's pretty fantastic. I got to talk with him over at E3 because he also works with us, being a part of NRG, and we sponsor NRG with OPC.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he's a big advocate on, if you ask, he'll probably say yes. But people that steal his content and stuff like that, it's one of those things where it's kind of things are mutually beneficial between people, especially on Twitch. Um, but if you're just doing certain things for self gain, people are going to see that very, very
Absolutely.
quickly.
Absolutely.
Um,
And there was another thing. This thing kind of helped us grow our follower count, but you honestly really shouldn't worry about your follower count so much. Worry about your community.
mm-hmm.
But we did like this little experiment, and I was supposed to come out with a YouTube video with it a while ago before my camera got stolen. But um, we made a giveaway, and we timed this giveaway really, really well. It was when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out. So we did a giveaway for a Nintendo Switch and a copy of Smash, like on the day Smash came out, like around the time.
That's a nice
And
giveaway.
it is a nice giveaway. We did an amazing kind of skit because we do skits on YouTube as well. We did a skit making like we had a fancy car. It looked like a Ferrari, but it wasn't a Ferrari. And we were able to film in front of someone's mansion. We made it look like we were going to give a car away, but we open up the card. Inside is just Super Smash Brothers and the Switch. And
That's
people are
pretty
like,
cool.
"Oh man!" So like they kind of got debated, but it was a real giveaway, and someone did win from Canada. And I remember that cost a lot of money to send a Switch over to Canada, like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize that, but yeah, that giveaway got a lot of people's eyes and attention on us, and we announced the giveaway live on stream. That was the thing. So when we went live, we had over 150 people that were in the chat trying to see, because I was gonna like click the button. We had this awesome thing that kind of spun through all the people and clicked it randomly, and we did that live, and it was just amazing. Like while people were in there, we took that opportunity to explain who we were, what we did, and some people, they stuck with us even throughout the giveaway. But a lot of people did kind of like, after the giveaway, they're like, "Oh, darn it, I didn't win. Well, bye," and they just like left. But you're gonna get that. We look at it, as my manager said, we look at it as an investment. We invested $300 to get ourselves in front of thousands of people's eyes, and whoever stays, is just icing on the cake, is what he said.
That is true. So the community that you basically build everything around, and the game that you stream the most, and you go to different events all for Super Smash. What keeps you and your audience glued to Super Smash? Like, what's one thing about that game that just really, really keeps you just hooked to Super Smash?
Well, being a good game is definitely something that can do that. I just think, like, I played lots of fighting games, but there's just something about Super Smash Brothers that just brings me back. I don't know if it's just
Is it like a
the
nostalgia factor with like playing it as a
I would
kid?
say it's a little bit nostalgia, because I definitely played Melee, and even Smash 64 back with the N64 I played. And I mean, back then I didn't know there was a competitive scene. And when I found out, I was like, oh my God, my eyes are opened up now. But it's such a good game. There's so many variables that can happen, so much things and techniques that you can practice and perfect. It's just one of those games that anyone can play, like anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, unless you have no arms. Well, not even. There's a person in our community who plays with his mouth. He can't use his arms, but like anyone can play it. It's
Yeah.
rated E for everybody, and there's so many different skill levels. It just keeps us drawn in. I can't tell you exactly what, or pinpoint exactly what it is, but it's just such an interesting game. And if you haven't played Super Smash Brothers, I really recommend you just try it. Just do it one day. Just open a cannon with your friends and just play for a little. Bet you're gonna want to play again. Just be
Yeah.
like, oh man, I can't believe you beat me there. Let me try. Let me hold my beer. Let me try.
That's awesome, and it's really awesome to be able to hear how this love for the game and streaming content creations, bringing you to events like CEO. Could you tell us a little bit more about your experience with CEO or some of these events?
Well, yeah, just like any other event, if you guys have been to events, there are events that are just like amazing. Like you want to go there all the time. The venue is perfect. The people are really nice. By the way, I'd say the Smash community is like extremely nice. They're I mean, obviously every community has like people who aren't that nice and who just pick on the newbies or whatnot. But Smash players, they're willing to like help you. They're willing to like go help. Like if you're sitting at a setup at CEO and you're playing by yourself, I guarantee you within the next 3 minutes, someone's gonna come and be like, "Hey, can I play?" And they're probably gonna be really good, and they'll help you out. They'll give you pointers, they'll give you tips. That's like the best thing. Whenever you go to a tournament, whenever you're playing, people always help each other out. Everyone always wants to like go to the next level. There's always like this battle to be number one, or to like learn something new and teach it to people. So like tournaments in general is just one of the best things ever. And not only do you get to like play the game, but you learn the players, you learn who they are. Like if you go to a game and there's top players and you guys hang out, you get to know who they are as a person, not just like you see them on this big screen, CEO's big screen, and you're just like, man, that's like a superstar. But you really bond with people when you go there. That's what I like the most about going to big tournaments, the bonding with the different people, and like meeting fans too. We do go, and like if you do see us, we have these little buttons. Um, my button is in the bag over there, but like we have these little buttons of our logo, and if you meet us in person and you are a subscriber, we give you a button.
That's
So it's really
actually pretty
cool.
fantastic. And
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious with all the people that you actually get to know. You're learning about what they do and like what brings them to the events. But are there, typically people who are in the Smash tournament scene that do what you do, either live content creation or YouTube videos, or mostly people there to compete?
absolutely. There are tons of people who content create as well. Like the first CEO that I went to, I actually met a couple of people. This is like we were just starting up our streams and stuff, and I was like, "Yo, we should probably go to CEO to like meet more people and just to play in the tournament and have fun." And we go there, and we recognize some streamers. We actually recognize streamers, and we went up to them. We said, "Hey, I remember this guy. His stream name is Spagooty NYC." Randomly I meet him in the corner and he recognized me, and I thought he was someone else. I thought he was a different streamer, and I'm like, I was calling him by the other streamer's name and stuff, and he's just like, what? I thought they were like, I get mixed up sometimes because like I watch so many streamers. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, you meet streamers there, and you hang out and you get to know each other, and it's just a wonderful thing. And even that takes it goes even further, because we went to a concert with my favorite girl group, my favorite K-pop girl group, and we had a streamer who also streams Super Smash Brothers and other games too. She's a variety streamer,
Yeah.
and we went with her to see this concert. So that's how much we get to know each other, that we go outside the boundaries of the game that we play to do other things. It's really fun.
A niche within a niche.
A niche within the niche. There we go. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And I mean, hearing that there might be a lot of people that kind of do what you do at the events and things like that, and just in general, there's a lot of people trying to stream on Twitch. What's your opinion on the current state of streaming as a profession?
Well, I think now more than ever is a time to get out there and try, because there's so many resources that you can go off of, so many streaming tutorials. It's a lot easier to stream. You don't need like fancy gear or anything. You can get your phones are like really good at streaming now. I see people doing it in real life streams on their phones. Like, you don't need a lot of money to start streaming. I'd say just start with something basic. You don't even need a camera. I know some people who stream without cameras. They just get the Elgato capture card and they start streaming from their game. I know people who don't even have Elgato capture cards. It's a little janky, but I've seen it. They set it up where their phone is recording the screen.
I've seen that. I've definitely seen that.
And they stream, and hey, they get like 10 viewers sometimes, and it's like, okay, at least they're building something. They're out there going into a community and growing before they get better equipment that they need. So I say, yeah, now is the best time to start streaming. And with so many different platforms, there is no excuse. Like, I love Twitch. I do love Twitch, but there's YouTube, there's Mixer, there's a lot of different things that you can go to. Even Discord started a streaming thing. Do you know about that?
Yeah, so that one is really fun because I think it's more of a, I think you can stream only up to 10 people at a time, but in the voice lobbies. So what it's mainly used for is hopefully to replace Rabbit or sites like that.
Yeah.
I think they know that most of their audience is coming from, Mixer, YouTube, a lot of things like that, and gamers who are building giant communities around it. It would be interesting if they take that cap of 10 people and suddenly you're watching with 1,000 of your closest people and talking to 5 different lobbies. That would be fun, but
that would be awesome. It'd be hectic. Everyone's like, oh, it's like, everyone shut up. I'm trying to speak, please. It's like 500 people going hard. That would be something.
Yeah. Have you ever heard a Discord lobby where you have over 50 people in there? Have you heard that sound?
It is just horrendous. Especially if you have people who are just like, oh, I know I can make noise and get away with this. They start screaming into the mic. Another person playing music really loud. It's like, guys, please, we're trying to have a civil conversation. But yeah,
Uh,
I've definitely done that a couple times with my community. We do stuff on Discord. Actually, we this was because this Discord thing is actually fairly new. We did things on Rabbit, and I
yeah,
don't know. I think Rabbit kind of fell off or something.
yeah.
But
Rabbit.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy they brought this Discord thing.
Funny thing about Rabbit is they didn't have enough time with the amount of people that they had to successfully shut down the servers. So it's still running with nobody working
Yikes!
until
How's
like the
that
servers just
possible?
run out. Yeah. They didn't have enough time to
Dang.
shut down accounts or anything. It's pretty
Well, I
terrible.
mean, now we can watch TV shows or something together on Discord. We do have movie nights in our community too. We're gonna start that back up again because we did take a break, an elongated break, which we didn't. We barely did anything with our community, but we're all like getting back into it again with movie nights and game nights where we would like. It wouldn't be streamed at all. We just kind of like play Minecraft and we all kind of jump in a lobby and we have fun, just do random things
Yeah,
and get to
definitely.
know each other.
So with you talking about, this 3 month break that you had, kind of goes into my next question where over the years there are bound to be things that don't necessarily go the way that you had planned or that you had
So,
hoped.
yeah.
What was like, what happened with that? Kind of, if you want to go ahead and tell the story.
Yeah, so we went to MomoCon. This is like our third year or something in a row going to MomoCon, and I'm probably gonna go next year because MomoCon is just one of the most fun tournaments out there. But we went to MomoCon, and I was actually doing work for MomoCon, which I was recording some B-roll footage for the mainstream and stuff. So I got to know the person who's running MomoCon. His name is Pete, and he's a really awesome guy. Um, and I had my camera equipment and I had it behind the security and they kind of moved everything from second stage to main stage because when you're in like a big arena like that or a big area event, they tend to move around and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
I guess my stuff got left behind or someone took it prior to it and I lost like 3,000 something dollars of camera equipment. And when that happened, I was like, I had to like take a step back and I was like, okay, hold on. That's a lot of money that just went out my pocket. I have to try to rebuild that. I stopped streaming. I told my community and everyone was so supportive. So I'm very thankful for my amazing community who is there for me all the time. They even wanted to pay for my equipment. They were like, "Hey, start a GoFundMe. We'll chip in." And I'm like, "No, no, I didn't want anyone's help because it was my mistake, and I feel really bad if someone were to like give me money for like a fault that I did. If it was just like they were donating to just donate, I'd be like, okay, yeah, but I don't want to put that burden on anyone. So I stopped streaming. I worked and I asked for more hours, and gladly they gave me more hours, and I worked a lot. Some days I worked 23 hours to just get
What?
that money back. Yeah, that's not the longest I've ever worked, too. By the way, 23 hours at the current job I'm at, but prior to this job and then another one, I worked at this place that we basically count things. So I'd go, we a team of us would go into like a Walmart and count everything in that Walmart so they can get like an inventory,
Yeah.
you know? So we did an inventory for this Victoria's Secrets and I worked for 27 hours straight. That was the longest I've ever worked in a single go. And it was crazy seeing all the people drop off. I was like, all right, peace. Let me go back to counting. And there was people that stayed there longer than me too. I was just like, I told my boss, I'm like, hey, kind of worked for 27 hours. Can I just, call it a day here? And he was just like, you know what? Yes. But that was like one of the craziest work experience ever that I did.
Is
And
that
I mean, like,
legal?
I don't think so. But hey, when you're trying to make money and you're grinding as hard as you can, you got to do what you got to do.
And
And
definitely, we could see
that's
that
what
you're
I
grinding a
did.
lot for this passion that you have for content creation. For those that might be listening or watching or hearing about different things that you have to say, what would be one thing that you think sets you apart from other content creators?
Oh, oh, that's a good question. I mean, I wouldn't say cringe. There are a lot of cringy streamers out there, but I am known for a little bit of cringiness. But I mean, I'd say the thing that sets us apart is community. Like 100%, it's community because we go above and beyond just playing video games. I literally help people with their problems at home. There's a couple people who do come and we talk on DMs if they don't feel comfortable sharing it with the family, the flock, and I do help them go through mental problems and stuff. So we take it a step further. I don't want to just entertain you. I want to make sure that you are okay. I want to make sure that everyone in the community is okay and everyone is, not going through anything bad because we all go through bad things. But if you have someone there or a community there to support you, it feels a lot better. You don't feel alone. And there are some people in our community who felt before they got into our community that they were alone and that no one was there for them. But I'm here to tell you now that you can find a community, you can find people that will be there for you and who will always support you. It's just, yeah, I think that's what separates what I do in my community from like others. Some people they don't take that extra step. They just, all right, I'm streaming, guys, come hang out, and but
Please come say hi, but
come say hi.
it's absolutely wonderful that you're able to welcome so many people with open arms, and we really really respect that at OPC.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's kind of exciting to see the things that you're going to be doing here soon. I mean, coming back from your break, we absolutely loved. There's a YouTube video you just brought out for your return to Twitch after this whole, the camera fiasco is what we might call it. But these like production qualities that are in these videos that you're like putting out and things like that are absolutely fantastic. Can you
Thanks.
tell? Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're wanting to do on the comeback?
Okay, so on this comeback, we want to produce more content, whether it's just to make you laugh or just content that is really cool. Like cinematography is something like I've always kind of been into.
Mm-hmm.
And on the comeback, like us coming back to streaming, we filmed a trailer, like it looks like a cinematic movie trailer, and we really put a lot of effort and time into it. And we've upgraded our equipment. So like that $3,000 budget that we had last time, we basically smashed it. I've been working so hard, so I threw more money into it, and we upgraded, and we have like $5,000+ into this new equipment that we have. And I mean, I have the camera right now for the people who can't hear. This is a Canon EOS R. This is a $2,000 camera. It is a very expensive camera, very expensive lens, 1,600 for just the lens. So just boom, boom is a lot of money. And we upped everything. And right now, for the future, we do plan on doing another skit, and it's kind of based off of The Office. If you guys know what that is, The Office, Parks and Rec, Arrested Development, that type of film. It's like mockumentary. It's like a documentary, but it's not a real documentary.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call it mockumentary. So we're planning on doing a skit like that involves our stream team too, and G Fuel, because we are with G Fuel as well. And also, if you guys don't know, we are with Armada. It's an esports team, and we are on their stream team. So we're trying to like put content out for a lot of people, not just ourselves, but we're trying to do things with other companies as well, like OPC. We're here. We're trying to make awesome content here with you guys, and we just want to go like above and beyond and start taking our camera skills and just putting it to the test. I want to learn as much as I can about all of this other world, and then pull it into my streams as well. You know.
It's really awesome to see all the work that you and the media team are putting together. It's really cool to, I'm excited to sit back and watch it. And we're excited to be a comfortable part of that, obviously.
Absolutely. I throw your chair in the shots all the time. I'll be sneaking it in, just like, ooh, OPC.
Now, out of curiosity, because I mean, we love peripherals. We're a gaming company, and we love hearing about what people are doing, and we love hearing about what helps people do what they do. And it doesn't have to be your OP seat, but what would you say your favorite peripheral is? Something that really just helps you do what you do.
My favorite peripheral. I mean, honestly, Well, if I say OPC now, it's gonna be like, you're just egging it on.
Now you're
And,
double dipping. You can't.
what are you doing here? We know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
um,
Would you say it's
I
the
mean,
new camera that you have, or maybe your mic, your headphones, maybe that you can get up and run around?
I'm gonna be cliche here and say my brain.
That is a
No.
peripheral, technically. Maybe.
It's the big brain right
Uh
here.
huh.
I mean, if I could say my brain, probably my brain, because I don't just settle. I kind of like go out there and try and learn as much. It's the ultimate tool, you know. It is the ultimate tool. You can always feed it and keep it growing
I like
and
that
keep it
answer.
sharp, you know. Yeah, your brain.
That is the
I was
first
gonna,
time that we've had
yeah.
that answer, and we've had over 45 episodes, and we've not had anybody mention their brain.
Oh
That
wow,
is big brain right there.
I feel a little special, kind of. But seriously, if you don't have, the learning capabilities or anything, none of these other tools will matter. If you don't know how to sit in a chair, I'm sorry, the chair is useless to you.
And I like
you know?
that. And it kind of makes me think, that's why you love Smash. Because with Smash, anybody can play, but you can always learn. And it's the same thing with streaming. Anybody could stream, but you can always learn. You can always be better. You can always just learn one extra thing every time you do
Yeah.
it.
No matter what, even if you think it's useless, just learn. It's out there. You might as well learn it, and then it could come in handy in the future. It really could,
You're
you
not
know?
wrong in the slightest. So, are you planning on heading to any event soon where people can come and meet you? Are you going to, are you going to TwitchCon in San Diego? Are you going to any PAX events?
It's funny. I was going to go to TwitchCon, but then the unfortunate thing happened where my camera got stolen. But it's not really. I think I don't look at it as unfortunate anymore. I look at it as it was a door that opened for me because I grew like with my stuff gone. I grew hungry to make
Mm-hmm.
content, and it drove me to get better equipment. But I was going to go to TwitchCon, but I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So the next events that we're probably going to go to is probably between Frostbite, which is next year. We're not going to go to any events for the rest of the year. We got to save more money, but it's going to be Frostbite or it's going to be St. Jude
Okay.
because, yeah, we do raise money for St. Jude. We are partnered with St. Jude. That's why I'm wearing this beautiful jacket because
Love that jacket.
I love
Such a
this
nice
jacket
jacket.
so much. And it's like, you know, raising money for St. Jude kind of like really changed my perspective on just becoming more than just a stream. You are there helping people. I feel like if you're not helping people, then you're wasting your life. Helping people is like the best thing that you can do. Like it really is. And I feel a little connected to St. Jude in a way because my brother had cancer and passed away like a long, long time ago, and I was never able to really do much. Like, yeah, we went on cancer walks and stuff, but now that I'm streaming, I was like, oh, maybe I can raise money now and actually make an impact. I mean, I know like anything is an impact, but I actually feel like I'm doing more now that I'm raising money with the community and stuff. We do it every single year, and it's just it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing, and we look forward to all the work that you and your community can do to make the world a brighter place. It's really cool.
And just saying for the people listening, OPC definitely helped raise money for St. Jude as well. They sent a bunch of awesome gear. They sent like a shirt and stickers and stuff, and I used it for money raising. I told everyone if you raise a certain amount, we're gonna have a giveaway for this OPC merch, and it's just things like that too. That's like I find that like that's like networking to me when you can reach out to companies and ask to just do something bigger than yourself. You
Yeah,
know.
and
Yeah, so
um, honestly, it's so important to be networking. Even if it's just little things, it can make a huge difference. And we appreciate you, reaching out to us and everything. And honestly, if people are listening and they kind of want to know a little bit more about what you do, where would they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/FerociousFalcons, or you can type in Ferocious Falcons on YouTube, or you can type in Ferocious Falcons on Twitter. I mean, my at handle is not Ferocious Falcons. It's actually pro_taku_q. That was like literally in the beginning. I'm really trying to get Ferocious Falcon because Ferocious Falcons is too much.
Yeah.
But the guy who has it, it's obviously an account that they just made and they want to sell it. And I swear I will buy it, but I've been trying to message them like, hey, please sell me that ad. I want it, please. But they're not, I don't know. Maybe if I get Twitter partnered one day, Twitter will be like, hey, you want that? And I'll be like, yes.
I want that now.
I want it now, right now.
Well, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the OPC podcast. Truly, truly. Is there anything you wanted to leave any of the listeners with? Any kind of plans coming up or anything that you're excited about?
I mean, we're obviously planning to do a lot, and if you want to know what we're doing, twitch.tv/FerociousFalcons or anything. But the thing I want to leave the listeners with is, listen, you guys are amazing. Everyone is amazing, and you can do anything you put your mind to. So if you think that, oh, I will never reach somewhere because, this is not you. Listen, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, you need to strive for that goal and you need to keep pushing. Even if it seems like you're not going to reach it, even if it seems really tough, just going for it should be a win. You should feel it. You guys got it. Love you.
Words to live by. Truly, truly an honor.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys are amazing.